to gain your momentum from a dead start into skate backwards, what you'll need to do is you'll need to bend your knees, so that's dropping your weight. You have to put your arms out, and the third is you'll need to arch your lower back inward. Now from this position, first of all, the key thing here is you'll be doing almost C cuts. So you'll be taking a C, you'll be pushing sideways and then sideways, back and forth, back and forth. So it's a C cut, a C cut, and a C cut. And C cut meaning that when you're on the ice, that it just forms like a C, and on the ice you'll be able to see the cut. You'll see little C's back and forth, sort of like this. Now the second idea here is when you're gaining your momentum and you're performing these C cuts in the ice, and this could apply to rollerblading as well, is you're using the major muscles in your leg and you're using your glute muscles to push very hard back and forth. The third idea is you're pivoting, and then the fourth idea is you maintaining your lower stance as you're using your arms to go back and forth. So with that said, let's start now with the details. Number one, when you go to push off, let's say you're pushing off from the left foot, you're pushing really hard and you're pushing really in the middle of the blade. So you're pushing in the middle of the blade and you're pulling back. And you see how I'm pivoting. Alright, so I'm pushing hard with my leg and I'm pulling back. Next, you want your arms to assist you, which means I'm pulling now with my lower back. I'm pulling. It's hard to show, or maybe impossible to show, but I can tell you that I'm using my lower back muscles. I'm sort of going like this with my butt and my lower back muscles, and I'm pushing to pivot. And on the other side, the same thing. And of course you're going to be using your abdominal muscles too. In addition, the left leg, if I'm pivoting with my right, the left leg really isn't doing much, but you see how that foot comes over? If I'm pivoting, see how I lift up the heel? It might vary different on the ice, but the technique is still the same because I'm pivoting. And then the left, see how this right foot now is ready to pivot. So let's take off here. Now we push hard, we swing the body, and use your butt to really use your glute muscles to really push in each direction. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. You see how, like, when I'm doing this, my glute muscles, I'm pushing from direction. I'm assisting. It's assisting my legs. So if we're going from a dead start, you angle your body. So it's almost like you're not really forward. You're angling your body a little bit, and I'm pushing with my glutes and my legs really hard, and I'm pivoting. Here it is again. Pivot, 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 pivot. It's almost the same as like skating forward. You're pivoting from side to side. The skate forward motion, or the skate backwards, pivot, pivot. Now let's talk a little bit more about the arms and the use of the arms in gaining your momentum skating backwards. When I'm pushing with my left arm comes out and my right comes across my body. So see how my right is now as I'm pulling my right foot? Again. It's almost like a counterbalance type of movement. Pushing hard and counterbalancing with my arms. It's the same, and everything backwards is almost like the same forward, but the opposite. You can see here, see how my right is out and my left is on the side? See, I'm skating forward, left, right, now left leg out. Well, equally in backwards skating, it's the same side. As I'm pulling, here's my direction, because here's the shift. As I'm pulling, pull, pull, now to the other side, your arms almost help you in the momentum of the shift. So shift, here's the arms, now I'll bring it out to this side, now I'll bring it over to this side, now I bring it to this side, and back and forth. And while you're doing this, try to get a consecutive movement going, rather than starting saying 1 and then 2, 1. You want to say 1 and 2 and 1 and 2, so start 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1. I'm not saying to count to yourself, but the idea is to get your body in motion. You're really pushing hard with your quads, at the same time you're keeping that momentum so it's not stopping, so you go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, faster, 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 faster. So you're pushing hard, you go 1 and 2, 1 and 2, faster, faster, faster. Another detail is always keep your weight over your knees, down, and push. You're leading with your glute muscles. You're leading with the glute muscles out and push, 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 push. The wrong thing to do is start and then all of a sudden, well, I'll take another one. You want to start and continue so you keep your momentum going. You see how my heel sort of lifts up a little bit? I'm pivoting. When I come up, I pivot and I come up. I pivot and I come up, I lift my heel up a little bit. You see, I'm almost using my calf muscles too to lift up. I would be careful on this and not overdo it. I'm not saying to totally lift up, but it's just a little bit. Here, you can see the lifting up and the pushing and the cut and the momentum from side to side. Arms as well.